Our world is changing at a rapid pace, driven by the relentless march of technological innovation, transforming every aspect of our lives. We are surrounded by devices that make our lives easier and more connected, from smartphones to smart homes, constantly immersed in a sea of electromagnetic radiation, often without even realizing it. While these technologies bring undeniable benefits, it is crucial to consider their potential impact on the natural world and our health. Are we sacrificing the delicate balance of nature for the sake of progress? The consequences of our actions are becoming increasingly evident. The time has come to examine the hidden consequences of our technological dependence and to ask ourselves if the trade-offs are worth it. The natural world is a complex and interconnected web where every element plays a crucial role. Even seemingly small disruptions can have far-reaching consequences, affecting ecosystems in ways we might not fully understand. As we embrace the convenience of modern technology, we must also acknowledge our responsibility to protect the environment that sustains us and take action to mitigate our impact. Ignoring the potential impact of electromagnetic radiation on nature is not an option. Our actions today will shape the world of tomorrow. Our future, and the future of our planet, depends on our ability to find a sustainable path forward, balancing technological advancement with environmental stewardship. Around us, both natural and man-made, permeating our environment in ways we often don't realize. Sunlight, for example, is a form of electromagnetic radiation, providing the energy necessary for life on Earth. But so are the signals emitted by our cell phones, Wi-Fi routers, and countless other electronic devices that we use daily. These devices rely on electromagnetic radiation to transmit information wirelessly, enabling the seamless connectivity we often take for granted. This technology has revolutionized the way we communicate, access information, and even control our homes, making our lives more convenient and interconnected. Electromagnetic radiation is also used extensively in medical imaging, providing critical insights into the human body. X-rays, kinetic scans, and MRI machines all rely on different forms of electromagnetic radiation to diagnose and monitor a wide range of health conditions, from broken bones to complex neurological disorders. These technologies have undoubtedly saved countless lives, allowing for early detection and treatment of diseases. However, as with any powerful tool, it is essential to use electromagnetic radiation responsibly and to minimize unnecessary exposure to protect our health. The long-term effects of chronic exposure to low levels of electromagnetic radiation are still being studied. There is growing concern about their potential impact on wildlife and ecosystems. These technologies, which include everything from cell phones to Wi-Fi networks, have become integral to modern life. However, their pervasive presence raises questions about the unseen consequences on the natural world. Scientific studies suggest that electromagnetic radiation may interfere with the delicate biological processes of a wide range of organisms. Researchers have observed changes in cellular functions and disruptions in the natural behaviors of animals exposed to these radiations. From birds to bees to plants, the natural world may be at risk from the invisible hand of electromagnetic radiation pollution. Bees, for example, are crucial pollinators, and any disruption to their navigation or communication can have cascading effects on entire ecosystems. Birds, for instance, rely on Earth's magnetic field for navigation. This natural compass helps them migrate across vast distances with remarkable accuracy. Some scientists believe that electromagnetic radiation from cell phone towers and power lines may disrupt their ability to sense magnetic fields, leading them astray on their migratory journeys. This disorientation can result in birds being unable to find their way to breeding or feeding grounds. This could have devastating consequences for bird populations, many of which are already facing threats from habitat loss and climate change. The added stress of electromagnetic radiation could push some species to the brink of extinction, highlighting the urgent need for further research and potential regulatory measures, often covering thousands of miles. They navigate using a combination of cues, including the position of the sun, the stars, and Earth's magnetic field. This internal compass allows them to maintain their bearings, even over vast distances. However, there is increasing evidence that electromagnetic radiation may interfere with this delicate sensory system. Studies have shown that birds exposed to electromagnetic radiation exhibit altered behavior, such as disorientation and difficulty navigating. While more research is needed to fully understand the mechanisms involved, the potential for electromagnetic radiation to disrupt bird migration is a serious concern. The consequences for bird populations and for the ecosystems they support could be significant. Bees are essential pollinators, playing a vital role in the reproduction of countless plant species. However, bee populations around the world have been in decline in recent decades, a phenomenon known as colony collapse disorder. While the exact causes of this decline are complex and not fully understood, some researchers believe that electromagnetic radiation may be a contributing factor. Bees are highly sensitive to electromagnetic fields. They use these fields to communicate within the hive and to navigate their surroundings. Some studies suggest that exposure to electromagnetic radiation from cell phones and other devices may interfere with these abilities, leading to disorientation, communication breakdowns, and even bee deaths. EMR's potential threat to flora. Plants too are not immune to the effects of EMR. While they may not possess the same sensory systems as animals, plants are highly sensitive to their environment. They rely on subtle cues to regulate their growth, development, and reproduction. Some scientists believe that EMR may disrupt these delicate processes, potentially affecting plant health and productivity. Studies have shown that exposure to EMR can alter plant growth patterns, seed germination rates, and even the expression of certain genes. While more research is needed to fully understand the long-term consequences of EMR exposure on plant life, the potential for disruption is a cause for concern. The rapid proliferation of EMR-emitting technologies is driven largely by corporate interests. The telecommunications industry in particular has a vested interest in expanding its reach and deploying new technologies. While these advancements bring undeniable benefits to society, it is essential that they are developed and implemented responsibly. The potential environmental impact of EMR must be carefully considered. Corporations have a responsibility to prioritize sustainability and to minimize the ecological footprint of their products and services. This includes investing in research to better understand the risks of EMR exposure and developing technologies that mitigate these risks. Addressing the potential risks of EMR requires a multifaceted approach. Governments, industry leaders, and the scientific community must work together to develop and implement strategies to mitigate potential harm to wildlife and ecosystems. This includes setting safety standards for EMR exposure, promoting responsible technology use, and investing in further research. One promising avenue is the development of technologies that minimize EMR emissions. Another is the implementation of strategic planning to reduce EMR exposure in sensitive areas, such as wildlife habitats and nature reserves. Education and public awareness campaigns are also crucial to encourage responsible technology use and to foster a greater understanding of the potential consequences of EMR pollution. Technology has the power to improve our lives in countless ways. However, this progress must not come at the expense of the natural world. As we embrace the convenience and connectivity of the digital age, we must also acknowledge our responsibility to protect the delicate balance of nature. The potential risks of EMR exposure to wildlife and ecosystems cannot be ignored. By embracing a precautionary approach, investing in scientific research, and promoting sustainable technologies, we can strive for a future where technology and nature coexist in harmony. The time to act is now, before the invisible hand of EMR silences the symphony of life.